A Tuesday afternoon, January 7th, time again for our weekly chat with the folks at the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council based in Warren, Minnesota. We haven't talked to her for quite some time. We're talking with the Executive Director of the Arts Council, Mara Wittman in Warren. Hi, Mara. How are you?
Hi, Ron. I'm doing fine.
Good. It's been a long time. How was your Christmas?
It was good. It was, it was nice. I could have used a little, warmer temperatures a little more often, but otherwise, good time with family, yes.
Yeah, and the brand new year is here, and what's new at the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council?
Since it's January, we're kind of announcing and talking about the deadlines that are coming up. We have really our last large deadline for grants is on February 1st. Mm-hmm. So it's good timing to just kind of remind listeners that if they have projects that they wanted to have funded that go into the end of this, the end of the school year, end of spring into summer. This is a great time to apply for those summer arts activities, the festivals, community theater plays, things like that. So we see those applications come in, and we have money available in our arts project grant, just a little bit less there. So that's a grant up to $3,000 for projects that often are repeating, or maybe some of those projects out in our area that don't want to do all the reporting of the Arts Legacy grants, because there's less reporting to do with that grant. We've had that grant for many, many, many years now. And then we have our Arts Legacy grant, which is up to $10,000. And that requires 10% cash match. Both do, unless you're doing a repeat sponsorship, which means if you're bringing in the same group that you've brought in often, or at least last year. So, for instance, a festival might have asked for a specific dance group, and they want to sponsor that exact same dance group in again, then they have to just match it with a higher match. Okay. But 25% is still a really low match, in my opinion. We're not asking for 50-50 yet or something like that. So, yeah.
Okay, and those deadlines again are when?
February 1st, right. And we do have a few grants left for school districts, so just kind of reminding people about that schools can come in and apply for artist residencies. And we have a couple of deadlines coming up at the end of February for our Artist of the Year award, which is a really nice big award now that happens, and that individual could receive up to a $5,000 award to use within their discretion. It's more of an award than it is a grant. So I'm kind of excited to get artists interested in being nominated for that, or nominating their friends for that have been really active in the arts. It's a lifelong achievement style of award. So, yeah. And then we have another small award for $500 that, again, will have a deadline of the end of February, the last day of February. And that is for $500, and the arts advocate is someone who's just really active in the arts, and usually that arts advocate gives their award back into their organization or into their cause.
Oh,
so,
that's nice.
Yeah, so that works well. And they both get public recognition at our big exhibit that we have in the spring that moves around our region, and this year it'll be in Greenbush, Middle River in the spring. Oh. So the call for entries to be in our art exhibit is at the end of February also. And, yeah, so we gear up all of these awards and everything for our spring extravaganza, so to speak, when we have our art show and we have our artist reception and we give our awards and we just kind of celebrate what's happened. So
it's amazing how fast the year goes by. You were just in Boston for that spring award. What were you?
I know. Yes, Boston was last year, so now we're gearing up to do the next one, and it's always fun. I enjoy going to the community that's the co-sponsor of the exhibit and just meeting all of their volunteers and finding out, who's active in their music scene, because then they come and perform at our artist reception. And yeah, I don't know if have you ever attended our artist reception, Ron?
No, I haven't, but I want to this year.
You should try. I think you'd enjoy it, and just meeting, some of the people that we talk about and seeing the artwork. It's fun to go and see what's new that they're entering and who's received, some kudos, some small cash awards for what they've done, and yeah.
And that spring get-together is usually in April, isn't it?
It is. We haven't, right now that's on my to-do list, is to set the actual dates of that and I actually don't even know if it'll be in Middle River or Greenbush. I think it's going to be in Greenbush because that's where the high school is.
Okay.
But I might be wrong because it's the school district that's our co-sponsor this time, pulling it off. And we will, start our planning process, and we'll get those dates locked in, and then maybe by next week I'll announce the dates, or the next time you have me on. I know Maureen, our hired promotion specialist, is getting excited to help Therese and myself drum up more interviews for you.
Yes. She's contacted me, and I'm excited about that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. We'll be able to feature some more of our artists and beef up our website with the interviews. And, so your listeners will have a little more connection to what's going on with our artists. So
that's very important, Last time we talked, Mara, was before Christmas, and you were on the move. How did that go?
Oh, that was exhausting. And, Ron, we moved in this type of weather like we're having right now. It was so cold. It was just miserable. So we are a block in Warren. We're a block over. We're a block closer to the river, so to speak. We moved to the west. So yes, we're in another building, but even that block, that's a lot of moving.
That's a long way in a cold day, isn't it? Yeah.
So
that's great.
We're pretty set up. In my new office space, I will have my office, which I'm going to set up, for my business office, with a little meet and greet area for people to come in and visit with me. And then I actually have a second office rented in this building, which is the old hospital building. The hospital built a new building in Warren, so we're in the old building.
Right.
And that area will be, I'll add resources and another hub for people that just want to come in and do grant writing, like our grants, where they want to sit over there and work on their grant, and I can help them. And then we'll have some shared equipment. So soon I'll be able to announce a little more about what equipment we've bought that artists can come and check out or use here at our facility. And I'll give you an example. Like, I'd like to purchase a fancy sewing machine, for instance, because we have textile artists or people in the theater arts that just want to have access to that every so often, but they don't necessarily want to purchase that expensive machine themselves. And we'll probably have like a fog machine for theater groups, and maybe a little kiln that people could check out and use for instance, spot work that they have for doing some metal enameling or small ceramic pieces. So, it'll be kind of fun to see what the artists think we should store on their behalf and just use every so often. So,
Well, that's great. Again, growing for the future, right? And connected to the area. That's important, too. Yeah,
I hope so. I hope that we're serving a different need by having a little extra space in this building, and I think we will. It's still interesting in our area to see if people actually drive across the region to get to Warren, But those that do, I think it'll be really, really nice to be able to use our facility a little bit differently where my office is here. So,
all right. If you would, give us your contact information for the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council based in Warren, Minnesota.
My phone number directly is 218-745-9111, and that's for myself and the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council. And then we also have our website, which is the W in our name, northwestminnesotaartscouncil.org. And my email is my name, Mara, M-A-R-A, at nwrdc.org.
I was mentioning to Mara that the weather will turn here. They're forecasting mid-20s, Mara, by Saturday, maybe 30 by Sunday. Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
The funny thing, Ron, is that I am going skiing. Okay, I've been waiting to go skiing forever, and now I might get to Maple Log, and it'll be too hot. Like, my darn skis will get stuck in the snow.
Look, it's sticky, right?
Oh, we were laughing about that. So,
Yeah. Hopefully a short winter, too, after a long winter last year. Well, Mara, thank you so much, and keep warm on those ski trails, okay?
Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, Mara Wittman at the Northwest Minnesota Arts Council every Tuesday just after 3 o'clock on Pioneer 90.1.